If you are suffering from any disease, treat with Unani medicines because it is safe and effective. Consult Unani doctors now.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. All the respected chairs on the dais, all the dignitaries of the dais, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and very good afternoon to you all. The title of my today's talk is Unani Medicine for Prevention and Management of Breast Cancer. Next slide, please. So this is the scope of my presentation, to provide the current information on breast cancer in order to effectively prevent and manage the disease through Unani medicine, as well as to conduct the clinical research to find out the new therapeutic options. Next slide. This is the overview. Next slide, please. Now, introduction. The Abul Qasim Zohrawi was the first to conduct the classical removal of the breast cancer, and he recognized that the cancer can be treated surgically in its early stage when the complete removal is possible. The breast cancer is the most common of all cancers worldwide, and it is the fourth leading cause of cancer deaths in the world and the first leading cause of cancer deaths in India. Approximately 0.5 to 1% of breast cancers occur in men, and the most important risk factors for breast cancer include the estrogenic stimulation, the older age, and the positive family history. Next slide. So this is the case of carcinoma of male breast on the left side. Next slide. What is the breast cancer? Breast cancer is a disease in which abnormal cells, breast cells, grow out of the control and form the tumor. And if left unchecked, the tumors can spread throughout the body. That is known as the metastasis, which may be fatal. Next slide. So where the breast cancer originates. The breast cancer can start from different parts of the breast, but in 80% of cases, it starts from the milk ducts. That is known as the ductal carcinoma. And in 10% of cases, it starts from the milk lobules. Next slide, please. So what is the relationship of breast cancer to the breast quadrants? In 60% of cases, you can see here, these are the two upper quadrants, outer and inner. These are the two lower quadrants, outer and inner. So in 60% of cases, the upper outer quadrant is affected. In 12% of cases, the upper inner quadrant is affected. In 10% of cases, the lower outer quadrant. And in 6% of cases, the lower inner quadrant is affected. And in 12% of cases, the nipple and areola is affected. Next slide, please. Epidemiology. Now, the earlier breast cancer was second to the lung cancer, but now it has become the first most common cancer worldwide. In India, one woman gets diagnosed with breast cancer every 4 minutes, and one woman dies of breast cancer every 13 minutes, making it most prevalent cancer. Globally, in 2020, 2.3 million new cases were diagnosed with breast cancer, and there were 685,000 deaths. Also in India, there were highest numbers of new cases of breast cancer among all cancers. That is the 178,361 with higher number of deaths. Is the 90,408. Next slide. So this is the number of new cases of breast cancer in 2018. Worldwide were 20,88,849, and in 2020 it was enhanced to 22,61,490, 11.7%. Next slide, please. And the number of deaths in 2018 were 6,26,679, 6.6% worldwide. And the number of deaths in 2020 was enhanced to 6,84,996. Next slide, please. In India, the number of new breast cancer cases in 2018 were 1,62,468. Now in 2020, the number was enhanced to 1,78,361. Next slide, please. So you can see here, this is the breast cancer is at the rank 1 in cases, new cases, and also the death rate is at the top, rank 1, 10.6%. Next slide, please. Now the selected known causes of breast cancer include the radiation, that is ionizing radiation that may be therapeutic or diagnostic, and the hormones include dihydroestradiol, estrogens, and the lifestyle risk factors include the obesity and physical inactivity. Next slide please. So these are the inherited syndromes associated with the breast cancer: Peutz-Jeghers syndrome, Cordon syndrome, familial breast cancer, and ataxia telangiectasia. This is also known as the Lewis-Marshall. Next slide please. So breast cancer risk factors. These are the modifiable risk factors like obesity, menopausal hormone therapy. Earlier it was referred to as the hormone replacement therapy. Alcohol consumption, physical inactivity, smoking, and lack of breastfeeding. Next slide please. Now these are the non-modifiable risk factors like older age above 65 years, family history of breast cancer, atypical lobular or ductal hyperplasia, this is a benign condition of the breast, increased breast density, high dose chest radiation before 30 years of age, that is for treatment of Hodgkin's lymphoma, inherited genetic mutations in the breast cancer gene 1 or gene 2. These are the breast cancer susceptibility genes. And reproductive and hormonal factors include the long menstrual history, means early menarche and late menopause. Early menarche means start of the menstrual cycle before 12 years, and late menopause means menopause after 55 years. Not having children or having children after age 30. High natural levels of estrogen and testosterone, long term of hormonal contraception. Next slide. Now this is, you can see the normal breast on the mammography, and this is the dense breast. This is a risk factor for the development of breast cancer. Next slide please. The breast cancer risk assessment tool. This is an online statistical calculator for assessment of breast cancer risk. And the clinicians can calculate a woman's risk of developing invasive breast cancer over the next 5 years and up to the age 90, that is the lifetime risk. And this is available at the National Cancer Institute internet site. This is the site. The tool uses a woman's personal medical history, reproductive history, and history of breast cancer among the first degree relatives. So this calculator takes about 5 minutes to complete. Next slide please. So what are the types of breast cancer? There are broadly it is categorized into non-invasive carcinoma and invasive carcinoma. So this is the non-invasive carcinoma. The cancer cells are confined to the duct, and this is the invasive carcinoma. The cancer cells are spread out of the duct. So the non-invasive cancer is of 3 types: ductal carcinoma in situ, lobular carcinoma in situ, and Paget's disease of the nipple. And invasive carcinoma may be infiltrating. In 80% of cases, there is infiltrative ductal carcinoma (IDC), and infiltrating lobular carcinoma occurs in 10% of cases. Next slide. This is the lobular carcinoma in situ. This is the breast lobule, and the cancerous cells are confined to the lobules or within the lobule. Next slide, please. Now, what is the difference between ductal carcinoma in situ and lobular carcinoma in situ? Age. The DCIS may occur at premenopausal and postmenopausal age, but LCIS, lobular carcinoma situ, is predominantly perimenopausal. And mammographic appearance, microcalcifications are seen in case of DCIS, but LCIS is not visible on mammography. Bilateral, it is rarely bilateral, but LCIS is commonly bilateral. Site of recurrence, DCIS recurs near the original site, and it may recur anywhere in either breast. The rate of recurrence is 5% in case of DCIS and 1% in case of LCIS. Next. Now this is the Paget's disease of the nipple. This cancer begins in the nipple area, it is associated with the bleeding. You can see here redness, itching, and burning. Next slide please. This is the invasive carcinoma of the right breast. You can see here the shrinking of the breast. The breast is elevated due to fixation to the chest wall, and nipple is retracted. Next slide please. This is also invasive ductal carcinoma of the left breast. There is enlargement of the left breast, retraction of the nipple, and pewdy orange appearance of the skin. The appearance of the skin is like a orange peel. That is due to obstruction of the cutaneous lymphatics. And on clinical examination, the hard lump of about 6 cm was there, and on biopsy, the diagnosis of IDC was confirmed. Next slide. The TNM classification of the breast cancer. So breast cancer may be classified on the basis of the TNM. T means tumor, size of the tumor, node, involvement of the lymph node, and metastasis, spread of the cancer cells to the other parts or organs of the body. Next slide, please. Now the breast cancer screening. Breast cancer screening is important for early diagnosis of the cancer because in the early stage the cancer is symptomless. So screening, there are American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists guidelines for breast cancer screening. So at the age of 20 to 39, breast self-examination is recommended monthly and clinical breast examination by the physician is recommended every 1 to 3 years. In age 40 to 49 years, breast self-examination is recommended monthly, clinical breast examination by the physician is recommended yearly, and mammography is recommended every 1 to 2 years. At the age of 50 or more, breast self-examination is recommended monthly, clinical breast examination yearly, and mammography yearly. Next slide, please. This is the breast self-examination. Next slide, please. This is the clinical breast examination by the physician. Next slide, please. Now this is the mammography. You can see breast with normal density. So in case of normal density, the mammography may reveal the small cancer. It is easy to see. But if breasts are dense, then even a larger cancer is hard to see on mammogram. Next slide, please. Now signs and symptoms of breast cancer. There may be the breast lump, which is hard, non-tender, means painless, and irregular, and mostly located in the outer upper quadrant. The persistent changes in the breast, and the breast change in the size, shape, or appearance of the breast, and breast swelling, skin redness, and skin thickening may be there. And nipple abnormalities include the retraction of the nipple, spontaneous bloody discharge, and scaliness on the nipple, and persistent erosion or crusting of the nipple, which is refractory to the medication, not responding to the treatment. In case of locally advanced disease, there is the pudgy orange appearance of the skin, as I told you. It is due to obstruction of the cutaneous lymphatics, which lead to the dimpling and thickening of the breast skin, which produces the orange peel-like appearance. That is known as the pudgy orange. And there will be ulceration on the breast or nipple, fixation of the to the chest wall, and axillary lymph nodes may be palpable in the advanced stage of the breast cancer. Next slide. This is the signs of breast cancer. You can see retraction of the nipple and pudgy orange appearance of the breast. Next slide. This is an inflammatory carcinoma of the right breast. The mammary skin is thickened, diffusely erythematous, and the pudgy orange appearance of the skin, and the patient was having the pain and discomfort. Next slide, please. Now this is ulcerated carcinoma of right breast. Next slide, please. Now the diagnosis of the breast cancer may be made on the basis of clinical findings on history, and laboratory diagnosis is made by the breast imaging and breast biopsy. Next slide, please. The breast imaging includes the mammography, digital mammography, ultrasound, MRI, and PET scan. Next slide, please. This is the digital mammography. Next slide, please. So the mammogram showing irregular configuration characteristic of malignancy. Next slide, please. The breast biopsy, fine needle aspiration cytology, core needle biopsy, open biopsy includes excisional and incisional biopsy. Next slide. Now the therapeutic approach. The goal of cancer treatment is to eradicate the cancer. But if this primary goal cannot be accomplished, then the goal shifts to the palliation, amelioration of the symptoms, and preservation of the patient's quality of life. The major modalities of cancer therapy are chemotherapy, radiotherapy, and together with surgery. The majority of patients receive little or no benefit from current chemotherapies, mainly because most of the cancer cells are either intrinsically chemo-resistant or they become resistant during therapy. So the treatment success rates are very low, and the current standard therapeutic options for cancer are not adequate, and they still do not meet the criteria to cure the patient suffering from this lethal disease. Next slide. These are the conventional treatment, breast cancer surgery. In 70% of patients, the breast conservation surgery and radiotherapy is done, and total mastectomy may be conducted, which includes the breast reconstruction and with or without radiotherapy. Lymph node surgery may be done, radiotherapy, adjuvant systemic therapy. Next slide, please. Now the Unani therapeutic approach, we all know that there are 4 modes of therapy in Unani system of medicine: Ilaj bil tadbir, tafziya, dawa, and jad. Next slide, please. Now Ilaj bil tadbir, so we may modify and avoid the breast cancer risk factors like obesity, alcohol intake, unhealthy diet, lack of physical activity, and smoking. The burden of cancer can be significantly reduced by modifying or avoiding these leading behavioral Risk factors. Other maybe first may be done. Tanqiyah mawad, amal ikai and hijama. Next slide, please. Now hijama, bed cupping may be done, which may lead to the detoxification of tanqiyah, evacuation of morbid matter, toxins and blood impurities from the body. The patient's body is ready for a self-heal through the power of self-preservation. Now it is the best time to give Unani single or compound drugs. Next slide, please. These are the hijama points for breast cancer patients. Next slide, please. Tanqiyah mawad, munzij musil therapy may be given, evacuation of morbid matter from the body with the help of munzija soda and musil soda drugs. Like Aftimun, Halalasia, Tuhudus, Gauzaba, Bispidus, Lisus, Badian, Sapista, Chame, Hanzar, and Sibrizal. Next slide, please. Now, Ilajul Tafsir dietotherapy. Healthy diet high in fruits and vegetables are recommended. Mubarrid and Murattib Aghzia to prevent the excessive production and accumulation of abnormal black bile. Like Magosab, Surfa, Kadu, Cholai, Bathua, Thira, Maushair, and Nabiz. Nabiz is a non-intoxicating fermented drink prepared by the fermenting grapes, dates or other fruits. Next slide, please. Now, we'll have to draw current evidence based on the preclinical, in vitro, and in vivo studies suggests that some Unani medicinal plants have anti-cancer potential. Mechanism for the observed pharmacological effects include direct cytotoxicity, apoptosis induction, antioxidation, and immunomodulation. These Unani herbal drugs, when combined with conventional anti-cancer therapy, may help to synergize the anti-cancer effects and reduce the adverse effects of the chemotherapy and to prevent the cancer recurrence and to improve the patient's quality of life. Next slide. Now these are the Ilaj Bil Dawa, these are the single Unani drugs having the anti-cancer potential: Absantine, Aftimun, Amla, Azgan, Aslesus, Baladur, Balela, Chita, Deodar, Gilo. Next slide, please. Gilo Nilofar, Alela, Rabus Salat, Janglia, Rand, Kachanar, Kutki, Sadabahar, Sibrizar, West Turkey, Zarish. Now this is the prognosis of breast cancer. If breast cancer is in stage, this is the TNM stages of the breast cancer. TNM stage 01. The 10-year survival rate is 97% and 5-year survival rate is 100%. In case of stage 1 breast cancer, the 10-year survival rate is 87% and 5-year survival rate is 100%. In case of stage 2 breast cancer, the 10-year survival rate is 65% and 5-year survival rate is 93%. In case of stage 3, 10-year survival rate is 40%, 5-year survival rate is 72%. And any size in stage 4, any size in the carcinoma, the 10-year survival rate is only 5% and 5-year survival rate is 22%. Next slide, please. Now the prevention of breast cancer. So encourage the timely marriage at, I told you, the late maternal age. After 30 years at first pregnancy is an important risk factor for the development of breast cancer. The first full-term birth at the age of 19 years reduces the risk of breast cancer by about 50% as compared with nulliparity. It encourages the breastfeeding. Breastfeeding reduces the breast cancer risk by about 20%. Maintain healthy body weight and avoid sedentary lifestyle. So the breast cancer risk is increased by physical inactivity and it is reduced by regular physical activity by about 10 to 20%. Next slide, please. Now the effects of diet on the breast cancer. The risk is reduced by soy consumption, high levels of fruits and vegetable consumption due to higher blood levels of carotenoids, calcium-rich diets and low-fat diet. Smoking may slightly increase the breast cancer risk, so smoking should be avoided. High alcohol consumption. If in about 16% of breast cancer cases in United States are due to high alcohol consumption. And the risk is increased by 20% by consumption of 2 to 3 alcoholic drinks per day. Exogenous hormone treatment, post-menopausal hormone therapy, prolonged use, more than 5 years, or combined oral contraceptive use. Now dietary recommendations include vegetables, dark leafy vegetables, cabbage, cauliflower, onion, beetroot, squash, fruits, apple, mango, dried figs, dried grapes, cereals, barley, spices, nigella seeds, fenugreek, turmeric, ginger, garlic. Next slide, please. Now, lady's finger. This is the studies conducted on lady's finger. Cabbage and cauliflower contain indole 3-carbinol, which stimulate enzymes that lower the activity of estrogen and could reduce the risk of breast cancer. Dark green leafy vegetables like lettuce, mustard greens, chicory are rich in folate, which reduces the risk of breast cancer. Nigella seeds Kalauchi study has been conducted. Turmeric study has been conducted. Grapefruits may prevent cancer by sweeping carcinogens out of the body and inhibit the proliferation of breast cancer cells in vitro. Ajwa study has been conducted. Berries or strawberries and raspberries are richest in allergic acid, which prevent breast cancer by acting as an antioxidant and by slowing the reproduction of cancer cells. Flaxseed and sesame seeds contain large amounts of lignans, which act as antagonists and lessen the estrogen response, leading to reduced risk of breast cancer. Green tea, catechins studies have been conducted. Next slide. So dietary restrictions in avoid the high fat diet, high salt diet, sugar in drinks, processed meat, canned meats, and reduce the consumption of red meat and high fat meat, energy dense foods, refined grains. Next slide, please. Next slide. Next slide, please. Now this is the diet plan. Breakfast, we will take flax seeds, figs, nabis. Lunch, barley water, boiled rice, barley water filtered use, and the dinner barley bread with curries are becoming very good. Next slide. Now conclusion. For reducing the risk of developing breast cancer, encourage timely marriage to avoid delayed childbearing. Encourage the breastfeeding, avoid alcohol and smoking,